didn't have time. The pandemic is also shining a spotlight on a remaining obstacle, the so-called digital divide.
We have Amy Henri standing by with a look at what New Yorkers are talking about on social media. Obviously, Amy, a storm really does get people talking about what they're seeing.
Talking and taking pictures and video, and people across the city are doing just that, really helping us get a sense of what areas are really being impacted by the storm and how conditions are changing as the day goes on. Here's a picture of the Roosevelt Island tram in the rain. Right now, there are no service alerts at the moment, but that could change because several facilities on the island are closed until further notice because of the tropical storm advisory. The island has zones that are considered high risk for many buildings whenever there's heavy wind and lots of rain, and that of course is a possibility. This next video comes from our very own Justine Ray. She's down in Rockaway Beach in Queens, keeping an eye out on the rising tide out there. We've talked a lot on New York One about beach erosion here, so that's something to watch out for as the storm progresses. Of course, all city beaches are closed. Absolutely not the time to swim or surf in that. This next video comes to us from WPRI 12, a morning news anchor there in Providence, Rhode Island. He posted this on Twitter. It shows the gusty winds, some rough waves, and the rain just beating down on a pier. The roadway above it isn't as flooded, but of course, that can all change. Back here in New York, it looks like a waterfall on Eastern Parkway. Take a look at this behind the Brooklyn Library. This is how it looked earlier this morning. Just wow, look at all that water gushing down. Of course, like with any storm, conditions can change quickly, so we are counting on you, the viewers, to let us know how things are looking where you are. You can share your photos and your videos with us on any social media platform by using the hashtag #NewYork1Pic, and you might see them on air, but please remember, stay safe out there. Shannon?
Yep, stay safe and get those pictures and videos when you can for us. Amy, thanks so much. Okay, now Amy Henri joining us with a look at some of the images and videos that are being posted on social media. Amy, last time we talked about this, but when it rains, when there's a storm, people like to show us what they're doing and what's going on in their neck of the woods.
Shannon, they've been busy. Social media is providing us with some great pictures and video of current conditions and some artistic shots of the city. Definitely a wet day in the city. Here's a shot of New Yorkers just walking along a slick sidewalk. Everybody has their umbrellas out. The sky above, as you can see, very gloomy. Here's some video taken from the National Oceanic Atmospheric Administration, one of their planes that flew through Henri. One person on board tweeted that it was one of the toughest he has seen during his time as a hurricane hunter because of the turbulence, lightning, and all of that stuff he experienced up in the sky. Imagine that. This next photo is one of my favorites. It shows a man dropping off a letter at the mailbox. The rain and wind not keeping him from running his errands. But as we've been saying, if you don't need to be outside, it's a good day to just stay home and watch New York One. That is a much different scene than the video coming out of Williamsburg in Brooklyn. You can see the intense flooding there from earlier this morning. There's a car pushing through the water that was streaming down the streets. So much water, you can barely make out whether it's a road or the sidewalk or what it is exactly. The passing car is causing currents that force some of that water into a building there. If you happen to step out today and you take any pictures and videos, we'd love to see them and share them on air. All you have to do is use the hashtag NY1Pics, and Shannon will try to air as many of them as we can. But stay safe if you're out there taking pictures and video.
Yes, stay safe, and please send those images and videos in if you have them. Amy, thanks so much.
Wet for this afternoon, wet tonight, some flooding issues, and then looking ahead to next week, here comes the heat, some 90s on the map.
Amy Henri is back with us now. She's been scrolling through social media and checking on conditions and seeing what people are sharing on this day. Hey, Amy, how's it looking?
Hi, Shannon. We've been getting some terrific photos and videos from our viewers, like this breathtaking shot. This picture gives you a sense of just how powerful Mother Nature is. Look at that massive cloud as it hovers over the city skyline. It makes this huge city look teeny tiny in comparison. This is another super cool shot out of Times Square. While this area isn't as flooded as other parts in the city and the country, there's just enough water to coat the sidewalk and the streets to make this cool reflection of the famous lights there. As you can see, only a few people are out and about, which is probably a good idea. Now, over in Central Park, the bridge there looks slippery too, but you still see some people going for walks with their pets in the rain. And we have some daytime video of Henri's impact further north. A meteorologist shared images from the Coast Guard house in Narragansett, Rhode Island. You can see the huge waves crashing into the rocks there. If you happen to step out today and take pictures and videos, we'd love to see them and share them on air. All you have to do is use the hashtag #NewYork1Pic. Shannon?
All right, Amy, thanks so much.
Thank you.
And throughout the day, Amy Yensi has been checking out social media for pictures and videos that you've been sending in and how it's all impacting our area, this storm. She joins us now with a look at some of what she's seen. Hey, Amy.
There's so much good footage out there. The viewers have been busy documenting weather conditions and sharing them on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Here's one example out of Staten Island. You can see several SUVs slowly gliding through one flooded street there. Vehicles that size tend to be in a little better spot in inclement weather, and clearly even they are having a slow go there because of all that water that has accumulated on that street. This next one looks like a postcard, but it isn't. The I Love New York umbrella is propped up on a bench in Flushing Meadows Park. We don't know where along the Northeast this photo was taken, but it's so cool we have to share it. This man is knee deep in water as the waves are crashing towards him so that he can fish. I'm not sure what the catch of the day is, but talk about commitment, right? And here's another one, a man not letting Henri damper his outdoor activity either. He's windsurfing on a skateboard. The wind gusts are pushing him along, of course, and he manages to stay on. So those are just some of the many interesting pictures and videos we're seeing on social media. And if you want to see yours on New York One, use the hashtag NY1Pic and you just might. Shannon, back to you.
A lot of activities going on there utilizing this storm. All right, thanks, Amy.